Hello. I got a pretty fun video idea for you guys. Technically, I didn't come up with it. I stole it! From another furry that I saw on Instagram named Fuzzfool? Oh my god, if I get that wrong, I'm gonna be so embarrassed. I asked them if it was okay if I stole their video idea, and they were super chill about it, and even gave me a high quality photo of the picture with all of the questions on it, so that I can make this video. So thank you so much to Fuzzfool for doing that. I'll put up the photo, so if you also want to do this, if you want to make it a trend, here you go. Fuzzfool's video will be linked in the description because it's very fun, very entertaining. I really enjoyed it. So thank you, Fuzzfool, for the photo and for the inspiration. But I got all the questions printed out right here, and we're just gonna go down the list, see what happens. I will say a lot of these questions are about conventions, and I've only attended conventions twice. It was the same convention, a couple of years in between, not even a furry convention, but I did Fursuit at it once, so I'm just gonna be answering these questions to the best of my ability. When it comes to the convention ones, I might change them up a little bit. Shh. First of all, dream maker. This was kind of hard because I have a couple. First of all, Sky High Studios, but we already fulfilled that dream with Ari. Yay! In the past, I probably would have said more for less, and although I still, I mean, come on, they're like the most popular fursuit maker ever for a reason. They're gorgeous! It's gorgeous. Is that a suit fit for a king? A wondrous, neat, and most particular thing. I don't think I'll ever commission them just because of the prices, which are absolutely fair. I would like to at least wear one. Recently, though, I have been looking for makers to make my main persona Kiwi. I think currently one of my favorite makers of all time has to be Rita Fox. Oh! They're so pretty! Oh my gosh! I absolutely adore that kind of retro toony style, as people are starting to call it. I really want to commission them. But I have also found another smaller maker I really want to commission, but I'm still getting a couple details finalized. But anyway, obscure/niche special interest. Well, I mean, I guess I could say musical theater, but between you and me, I actually don't know much about musical theater. I'm kind of a poser. The only shows that I know anything about are the ones that I have been in, and SpongeBob the Musical. I love SpongeBob the Musical so much. I think roller coasters are really cool. I don't like riding them, but I really like learning about them. I might have to say Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. I wish more people understood that because I make references. I literally made a Sweeney reference earlier in this video, and nobody understands me, nobody gets me. I posted the most banger reel once, and it got like no views and no likes because nobody understood what I was saying.
At least you got a nice full head of hair on you. Well, ma'am, to tell the truth, ma'am, you get awful lot.
I really like Sweeney Todd. I really like the story. I've even made like furry versions of the characters. So I guess that's a good one. 3. Fursona species. My main fursona, Kiwi, is a parakeet tiger. To be more specific, he is a Bengal tiger and a budgie. How many suits have I made? I don't remember. First con, I've never gone to a furry con. Would I prefer a refurb or a 2.0? Well, I really like keeping records and like archiving things, so having a 2.0 would preserve the original. Refurbing an old suit, you know, in some ways that preserves more of it, depending on the depth of the refurb, I guess. It's kind of like the ship of Theseus. Either way, I think both are great options. Favorite con? The Shell game. Favorite season of the year. I'm not a big fan of the heat, but I just adore the vibes of summer. What was my first fursuit? Well, conveniently, I have a video where I go through all of the fursuits that I made, and I guess those were my first fursuits. The first one that I did make doesn't actually show up in that video. I don't know where it is the thing. I don't know where. I never finished it. It was just a head base and it looked awful. But Ari was my first fursuit that I actually wore places. Favorite MMO as a kid? Animal Jam. Absolutely. Where are my fellow jammers at? Oh my gosh, I remember I had pet mice and squirrels that I obtained legitimately through the Animal Jam playsets that I got for Christmas. And a couple of years ago, my account got hacked and I lost everything. So that kind of sucks, but you know, it's not like I was playing it very often anyway, and I hope that those pets went to a loving home. I also played Club Penguin, which I think at the time I kind of vibed with more, but I only played it for a couple months before it unfortunately shut down. Boo! First OC? I want to say the first OC that I really did anything with was a dragon called, I don't remember what his name was. It was something really stupid, but it was a dragon that was like a lightning dragon, and it was blue, and it had yellow thunderbolts all over it. 12 weirdest / wildest furry memory. Oh, I don't think I ever told this story. My school found me again! If you remember, a long time ago, I made a video where my school found out I was a furry. Then after that, I moved schools, and the other school found out that I was a furry. I can't escape. I was actually at the convention where I was fursuiting. I was wearing Ari, I'd taken the head off, and I was carrying it under my arm trying to find the group that I was with, when all of a sudden I came face to face with somebody from my school friend group. I think I got so startled that I dropped my head on the ground, and I was like, this isn't what it looks like. We still laugh about that to this day, and they actually helped me take pictures of Dusty. And they actually might be watching this video. If you are, hi! 13. What got me into the fandom? Oh man, that would be a long story. I wish I had a whole other video covering it. Oh well, I guess I'll just have to skip that one. 14. What pets do I have? I have 2 kitty cats. You see one of them more often on this channel. His name is Samson. He loves to interrupt my videos, and I love him. I'm his favorite person, so he interrupts more often. The other cat we have is William. He's also such a sweetheart, and I love him very much. But he kind of prefers brooding by a window, so you might not see him very much. Best con memory. Tattoos I have / want. I don't have any tattoos. I would want them in places that are really easy to cover up in case I do a show. I really want to get SpongeBob flowers, like on my shoulder. Favorite detail on my fursuit. There's so many. I really like his little whisker spot. I really like the way that he looks from kind of this angle. I just think he's so silly. He's so cute. Pretty much every detail. I love Ari so much. Bucket list cons to attend. Any con. Please, please, I need to touch grass. Ooh, 19, one controversial furry opinion. Well, we've already talked about how much I hate the internet and I wish that furries would get off the internet. I don't think that's necessarily controversial. I think my most controversial opinion is that you don't need to have opinions on things. Let me be clear. There's a big difference between I don't know and I don't care. If a new kind of controversial subject comes up in the furry fandom, you know, it can be really easy to want to jump into the action ASAP and talk about it and show that you feel really strongly about this thing. You kind of forget to ask yourself whether or not you're really sure you agree with what you're saying. You just want to say something. And I understand why that is, because a lot of the time, if you don't have an opinion on something, it comes across as if you don't care about that, or you're like neutral, and especially with topics that are really, really hurtful and really bad. You don't want to be neutral on something like that. But it's okay to admit that you don't know how you feel about something yet, and you need to let it simmer, or you need to find more information. I'm not gonna like talk about specific subjects. There are things that I think if you aren't immediately disgusted by it, I'm raising my eyebrow. I'm raising my eyebrow a little bit. Like some things should immediately gross you out. And it's a little bit weird if it doesn't. But for most things, it's okay to say, I don't know yet, I want to think about it. 20, do I prefer big cons or smaller ones? I like cons that I can go to at all. I'll take anything, I'm desperate. Ooh, 21. Pause or moz? Is this a spicy question? Or maybe I'm looking too deeply into it and it's completely safe for work. I don't feel strongly about either. Yeah, I don't know. One furry pet peeve. Probably when people make fun of other people for having really basic personas. I actually really love when people have super basic personas. There's just something so pure about it. So very innocent, in my opinion. It's like, yeah, that's a furry! But of course, I absolutely love unusual species. Coincidentally, number 23, unusual species you'd love to see more suits of. Okay, this isn't really unusual, but I would love to see more horse fursuits. I think horsies are pretty cool. Editing Kiwi's probably gonna come in here with an addendum when he thinks of something else, but I'll just say there are never enough tiger fursuits. I just love tigers so very much. I love them more than anything in the world. 24, current job. Technically, at this very moment, I'm unemployed, but in a couple weeks, I am starting a new job at the front desk of a theater. I'm going to be the world's ditziest receptionist. I interned at the same place a little while ago. I had to answer phone calls, and pretty much all of them went like this. Bling, bling. Oh no, the phone. Hi, welcome to the theater. How can I help you? Yeah, I'm just curious to know how long this show will be running for. Hello, is anybody there? I'm not sure if I can help you. I could transfer you to somebody else, but at least this time I'm gonna get paid for fumbling around. That's exciting. 25. Digi, Slim Digi, or Planty Full Suit. Of course I love Digigrade, but in recent years I've kind of grown in appreciation for the simpler things. I do love a good Planty Full Suit. If I ever get Kiwi made into a full suit, I'm probably gonna get it Plantigrade. 26. Full Suit or Partial. It's been so long since I've worn a full suit. I really genuinely want to make Dusty into a full suit, but fur is expensive and I don't have much time on my hands. Number 27. My love language. I love giving gifts to people. I love making people things. I love drawing little drawings for them. I also like physical affection and words of affirmation. Yay! Yay! La 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 la. Number 28. Rave or room parties. I haven't been to either and I am scared to go to both. The furry community in Washington is very intertwined with rave culture. Raves look pretty fun. I don't know if they would be too overwhelming for me because I get visually overstimulated pretty easily. Like if I'm going grocery shopping and there's too much stuff on the shelves, I go, ah! I'm kind of worried that raves might be too much. But on the other hand, fursuits do limit your vision, so genuinely it might help. 29. My con plans for this year. I'm hoping to go to Anther Northwest. I think there has been some debate over like the con staff. I haven't done my full research on it yet, but guys, please. I just want to go to a furry convention once in my life, and there is nothing else in Washington. Number 30. Favorite hotel lobby / elevator experience. I don't have any of these. Sorry. 31. Last pic of your fursuit. Well, I take a lot of videos for my Instagram, but the last photo I think that I took was when I had Ari's head in my closet in the corner of my room, and it was dark, and I swear to God he moved, and it scared me. 32. How many cons have I been to? Furry cons? 0! Oh, get me out of Washington. Get me out of Washington. I can't do this anymore. 33. When is your birthday? January 15th. Name a more gorgeous, beautiful birthday than January 15th. 0115. Banger birthday. I love it. 34. Longest I've waited for a commission. Well, when I was commissioning Ari, I believe I waited maybe 1.5 to 2. I don't remember. Totally worth it. Number 35. What is my gender / sexual orientation? Happy Brand Month. 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 Happy Brand. I'm a dude. He, him. Much to the disappointment of a lot of my Instagram commenters, apparently. What was the question? My sexual orientation? I'm gonna put up the flag. You have 5 seconds to guess it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is the unlabeled flag. Did you get it? Did you get it? I kind of flip-flopped through a lot of labels, you know. No matter what label I landed on, I would suddenly find myself attracted to something that doesn't fit that label. And for a long time, I kind of denied my own feelings because it was like, well, no, that doesn't fit the label that I'm at. So, and I think that my feelings are more important than a label, which isn't to say that labels are all bad. There's a lot of power that comes with claiming this is what I am, and I'm proud of that. And I'm very happy and very proud of everybody that has found their label, but I take pride in being unlabeled, and that's my way of saying this is what I am. I label myself as unlabeled. 26. Have I ever turned someone else into a furry? Ooh, guys, development time. Do you remember that other video where I went to my first furry event and I had a friend tag along with me? Guess who's making their first fursuit right now? That's right, folks, we got him! We got him! I finally have a friend in the fandom! Let's go! It only took 7 years! 37, most money I've ever dropped at a con. A couple hundred on plushies, I want to say. What can I say? I like plushies. And there's a FNAF Sanchi booth. How long have I been a furry? Number 38. 7 years. I actually figured out recently that I think the exact date I became a furry was February... I forgot. It was like around the 1st of March, I want to say. And also, I think I have a birthday for Kiwi my fursona. I think he was created on April 3rd, 2019. I forgot to say the year, which would make me a furry for going on 7 years. Although there was kind of a 2-year gap. So I've been a furry for 5 years, but I started being a furry 7 years ago. 39, VR chat or fur meets? Can I be honest? Can I confide something in you guys? I don't think I could ever do VR chat. I don't. I'm sorry. I'm sure you VR chatters are very nice. I'm sure you're very chill. What the hell? I think the VR chatters cursed my audio for a second. That wasn't very nice. I've already talked about how much I hate the internet and how much I wish we hung out more in real life. I think it's just so goofy. You do you, though. You do you. Just not for me. Because I have phantom pain! 40, favorite furry musician. Can I confide something else in you guys? I don't listen to any furry musicians. It's not because I'm not interested in that. It's mostly just because it's very rare for me embrace a new musician. This is true for all forms of art that I like. I can't just casually enjoy something. I either really dislike something, I'm kind of indifferent and sort of bored, or I absolutely love it and it's my favorite thing ever and it's all I can think about for months and months and months. So it's not that I don't like furry music or I don't like music in general. It's just really rare for me to listen to new things. 41, do I prefer to date inside or outside of the fandom? I don't really date. I'd like to, but you know, it's tricky. I've never dated anybody in the fandom. I don't really think it matters if my partner is inside or outside the fandom. I mean, it matters to me if they're supportive, and I do think it would be nice if my partner was also a furry, just because that would give us a lot of opportunities to hang out or to talk or whatever. But it's not a deal breaker, you know? Leslie, 42. Favorite furry media, games, shows, movies, etc. Well, I really like Looney Tunes. I like Bugs Bunny and Wile E. Coyote. Woody Woodpecker, that's not a Looney Tunes, but I watched a whole bunch as a kid. Tom and Jerry, Sylvester and Tweety. Ooh, Pink Panther. Ant and Aardvark. Is that too niche? I honestly do not think anybody's gonna understand that one. But I gotta say, I think my favorite has gotta be Cats the Musical. I made a video about it, but I played Skimbleshanks, and it was so... I love that show. I don't care what anybody says. I think that show is great. I absolutely understand why a lot of people don't like it, why a lot of people think it's cringe and lame and dumb. I think it's cringe and lame and dumb and awesome, and I love it so much. And that concludes 42 questions for a furry. Thanks again to Fuzzfool for the video idea. Oh my gosh, I've been filming for so long. I've been filming for almost an hour. Golly. I have a headache because I haven't been able to drink my coffee yet, and I made it through the video okay, but I'm fiending now. Ooh, I'm so hungry. That's it. Bye-bye. Have a great day, everybody.